In today's BTG episode, Kat is consumed with guilt after a passionate night with Tomas leaves him in a great deal of pain. Smitty and Martin bask in their new normal. June doles out advice to Tyrell, Naomi, and Jacob argue about their priorities. Eva meets Isaiah, and Nicole turns to Carlton for comfort. While Bill's showering, Haley jumps on a call with Cuz and tells him she poisoned Bill a little. Randy urges her to take it slow. She thinks his papers must be at the office. Bill appears and questions her. She claims he looks ghostly, and then lies that Caroline was looking for a file she thinks she left there. She sits him down and offers to take care of him. She pours tea and slips the poison into it, but before he drinks, Caroline calls. He asks if she found that file. She's confused, so Haley takes the phone and asks her to convince him to stay home. Caroline says Tomas is hospitalized and Bill has to take his case. Bill jumps up and heads out, leaving Haley upset that she didn't get the poison into him. Kat helps Tomas into the hospital. He's in pain, and she asks Shanice to help. Shanice asks for a Chelsea bag, and Kat promises to name the next one after her. She goes to Tomas, who thinks he pulled a groin muscle. It's his penis. I broke his penis. Shanice calls it a penile contusion. He admits the pain is past 10, and Kat says they were trying a new position. His erection lasted a while, but it's gone, and he hasn't urinated. Kat waits while Shanice examines him in a room. At Orphe's, Sam takes selfies while Tyrell considers what comes next in his life. He mocks how thirsty she is, and she calls him a hat. June comes up and thinks their dads must be proud. Tyrell talks about the work that goes into finding a college. June recognizes the fancy names and thinks he must be smart. He'll do big, beautiful things. Jessica walks in, and June learns it's his ex. June goes to take her order as Sam tells her brother to talk to Jessica and make things right. June returns and complains that Jessica ordered a grilled cheese with tomato. She's joking, but since he's so intrigued, she encourages him to say hi to the girl. He does so, and they discuss the French they don't know. As June and Samantha watch, they talk about school and college and that she forgives him for ghosting her. He was going through a crisis. Tyrell says his parents are doing well now. They talk about Halloween coming up and how he wants to be Spider-Man. He asks her on a date. She can be Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man's girlfriend in one universe. She decides to be his MJ, Zendaya. They agree to talk costume details later, and he whispers something to her that she laughs at before he goes. At the other table, June's so happy her dads gave her security and stability. Her daughter asks after her, and June says she's been better than ever. They talk about social media, and June asks why she cares about likes so much. She talks about the dopamine injection. June looks over her socials and tells her to show herself off, not to look so ordinary. There are no glam shots in the posts. Samantha wonders if it's okay to do that after what happened with Chelsea. June says not to do anything risque. The kid posts a load of photos and then starts getting likes faster. Tyrell returns, happy, and shares his news while his sister gets a lot of likes from Nathan. The dads are at home discussing the kids going off to university and how it'll be a big shift. They realize they're alone and start kissing. They snuggle and feel profound after renewing their vows. It broke Martin's heart seeing his mom run after the ceremony. He hasn't caught up with her yet. They kiss more and have sex. Martin has to go, and once he leaves, Smitty gets a work call that intrigues him. Martin turns up at the hospital, and Kat apologizes for not showing up to his vow renewal. He's fine with that. She asks if he's ever broken Smitty's penis before. Shanice returns with an update that they're examining Tomas now. Martin makes jokes about Kat's repertoire and says he's telling Smitty all about this. Kat's embarrassed. At the office, Caroline and Bill look over the paperwork for Tomas's case. Caroline asks how he's doing. Haley seems to think he needs rest, but he assures he's fine and appreciates her. Haley eavesdrops as Bill tells her that Haley's his future. And when he asks her again if she found the file she was looking for, Haley covers and sends Bill off. She calls Randy as she searches for the insurance policy. Caroline appears with tea. She catches her and she covers again that she's looking for a phone number. Randy freaks out on the line while Caroline gets out of her hair. Haley complains that Caroline interrupted Bill's special tea. Randy suggests they slow down, but Haley wants to speed things up. She puts the drug into the tea Caroline brought. Bill arrives and takes a sip, but the tea is cold. She urges him to drink up. Martin returns. He didn't have lunch with his mom since she's in with a patient. Smitty says his editor called with something on the horizon that piqued his interest. Martin tells him all about Kat's emergency with Thomas Smitty's, aghast and finds it hard not to make cowboy jokes. Smitty wants to make love to him and promises to be Gentile. They kiss and fall to the sofa. Back at the hospital, Kat worries about eggplant deformities, and Shanice says this sort of thing can happen. She worries he'll need a plastic surgeon and psychiatrist to heal her parents. Shanice tells her to chill. Thomas limps out with an ice pack on his eggplant emoji. Thomas says Doc tells him he's okay. You know what they say, you break it, you bought it. Kat feels bad, but Thomas loves her enthusiasm and her. They got carried away, that's all. Takes two to salsa. Sharnis gives instructions to avoid disruptions in service. Hooked on Beyond the Gates? Join our official Beyond the Gates Facebook group. Get spoilers, recaps, theories, and fan talk all in one place.